section. I welcome all of us to today's session because it's going to be amazing, and please make sure you're with your pen and paper so you can jot down everything that will be said. Let's have a brief opening prayer. In Jesus' name, Lord, we thank you once again for bringing us all together. We say, may all the glory be returned unto your name in the name of Jesus. Lord, as we begin today's section, we ask that you give us the strength and everything that is needed to finish in the name of Jesus. For in Jesus' name that we have prayed. Amen. Okay, I'll be calling on Mrs. Deborah for a brief opening session.
Okay.
A brief opening address, please. Sorry.
All right. If you can hear me, can you kindly type 777 in the chat box? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can.
All right. Thank you. Good morning, amazing ladies, and good morning to you, Mrs. Helen Ugwezi. Thank you, amazing guest speaker today. We appreciate your time and your sacrifice in coming here today. I understand your busy schedule, and I want to appreciate you for making out this time to come. We really appreciate you today. And I do trust that as you have come and made this sacrifice come to impact on these young women here today, I pray that the lessons of today shall make indelible marks in their lives. By the power of God. Thank you all. I believe you're going to have amazing time here today. Kindly remind the other interns to join in the class today, because like we said, this is not just like a normal gathering or a normal lecture time in your school. This lesson that you pick from those with wealth of experience and knowledge, and I hope will make wise of it. Kindly remind others to join. Thank you all. To sit and listen attentively as you pick lessons from this very important topic today, personal branding and development. Thank you. You're all welcome. So over to you, Grace.
All right, thank you, ma'am. So I'll be reading the profile of Mrs. Helen T. Ugwezi. Her position is she's a lead career and performance advisor, NNPC, Upstream Investment Management Service. You're welcome, ma, for today's section. It's our pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much, Grace. Can you hear me, please?
We can hear you, ma.
Thank you.
We can hear you, ma.
Okay, thank you, Deborah. I really appreciate and I'm honored to be called to this gathering to speak to young ladies, and it's always a pleasure to have this opportunity. I'm always excited when I see young ladies who want to catch a place for themselves in their chosen profession. It's one thing to be good and it's another thing to be outstanding. And then the topic we have today, personal branding and development, is one that I personally am excited about. Along the line in the course of the lecture, you hear a bit of my story to see how personal branding has also positively affected my life. Can I go on and share my screen now?
Very well, ma. You can go on.
Yes, ma, you can.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Okay. Kindly confirm you can see my screen.
We can, ma.
Yes, yes,
okay.
We can. Yes, we can, ma.
Okay. So, like the topic says, personal branding and development. And we're looking at creating a personal brand that will make you stand out in your chosen profession. As young female lawyers, we are in a very honorable profession, if I may say that. I'm allowed to blow the trumpet. Incidentally, my husband is a lawyer of over 3 decades, going to 4, and I have a daughter who is also coming on. So this is not something I'm talking to people who I see closer home. And then what is personal branding? According to Wikipedia, personal branding is the conscious and intentional effort to create and influence public perception of an individual by positioning them as an authority in their industry, elevating their credibility, and differentiating themselves from the competition to ultimately advance their career, widen their circle of influence, and have a larger impact. This topic, this definition of personal branding encompasses so much more than just an ordinary definition. We'll take it, I'll break conscious and intentional effort. It means you have a part to play in this. You have things that you need to do to ensure that, yes, you're projected in the right manner, in the manner that, will put you in the estimation, in good estimation of right-thinking members of society, to create and influence public perception of an individual. Influencing means by the things you do, even if a different impression had been created, you can influence their perception and give a different one, and positioning yourself as an authority in the industry. How do you position yourself as an authority? You continually develop yourself. You improve yourselves in the things you do. Make yourself an expert in a particular area, elevating your credibility and differentiating yourselves from the competition. Of course, you have to stand out if you want to create a personal brand for yourself and develop yourself. And what is the essence of this? To ultimately advance your career, widen the circle of influence, and have a larger impact. It also is creating and communicating your personal brand, which is a journey. And so we need to give ourselves as much time as we need for introspection and planning. You don't just jump into this issue of creating a personal brand for yourself. No, you need to think, what do I want to do? Which impact do I want to make? Where do I want to get to? Who are the people I want to make an impact on? And it's all about you. And there's no right or wrong way to create your brand. Just stay authentic, because no one else can be you. You have to be yourself, be authentic. I'll still speak more on this in the course of the lecture. So, developing your personal brand. With so many accessible social platforms, personal branding is all around us. We have LinkedIn, we have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have different places that you can be an influencer. Today, we have so many influencers on the online platforms. This one is a brand influencer. This one is a brand ambassador. This one is, and there's a particular woman, if I'm allowed to call names, that has influenced me greatly, Gloria Edozie on LinkedIn. She is one person that I follow and I listen so intently to. How did I get to this point? I saw her LinkedIn profile and I got interested and I started following her, and I've not regretted that decision. And the Forbes Agency Council, of course, we know Forbes is an international organization that is into ranking and all. In a research for some insight as to what recent grads can do to build a brand that suits them and that would help them stand out, gave their best answers as listed below. One, for you to stand, you have to embrace authenticity. Be who you are. Do not seek to be another person. Whatsoever it is you're doing, be consistent in it. Don't look at what other people are doing. Nobody can be you better than yourself. You have to give to receive. You have a profile on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on other social medias. When you want to get something through these medias, make sure you also give. You're always on the social media putting out educative topics, right? Bring out things that will make people notice you, that will make them see you as an authority in what you're doing. You have to start yesterday. What do I mean by that? There is no late or early time to start. You can never be too late to start your personal branding journey. as early as you can. We're all undergraduates. I'm a recent graduate. I've been in industry for 10 or 15 or 20 years. You can always start. There's an Igbo proverb that says, anytime you wake up is your morning. The moment you decide to wake up and continue or start your personal branding journey, but it's never too late to start. Focus on your superpower. What are those areas that your area of strength? Focus on them. Don't be a jack of all trade and master of none. Don't be a small fish in a big pond. Rather, be a big fish in a small pond. Those areas that you know you're strong in. I am strong in the area of career and performance management, and I ensured that I projected myself in the area in my place of work, and my management noticed it. Like I told you, I'll still get back to my story when I'm telling you my personal branding story. Develop a network on LinkedIn, as many as you can. Link in with relevant people in your profession. Enlarge your network, link with influencers in your industries. It will help project you in what you want to do. Showcase your personality, not just your personality, but your skills. I can do this, but apart from showing your skills, show your personality, who you are, what you can do to ensure that, yes, these skills that I say I have, I can actually carry them out. Then try video. Recently, there's a new trend where you can put your resume on video, just a short video, put it there, resize, give your bio or whatsoever it is you need to put on it, make it a video, send it out. You can even put it online. Employers are more looking to the social media, especially LinkedIn. I keep referring to LinkedIn because it has helped me in my career. Post it on your LinkedIn. When they see these videos, they contact you. Even though I have a job I love so much, I keep getting invitations to jobs from companies, from multinational organizations. In fact, just to test out my marketability, I once went for an interview in one of them. And at the end of the day, they called me. I said, I'm sorry, I noticed the lapses in that organization. And I told them, yes, you want me as your HR manager, this and this and this are the things I've noticed. I'm able to work with you. They kept calling me. They wanted me to come back by all means. I said, no, I love the job I do. Understand your values. Understand who you are. Sorry, I missed one. Remain consistent. If you're posting on social media, ensure you keep posting regularly, consistently, and good content for that matter. You don't just post for 1, 2, 3 days and you relax. No, make it a consistent thing. If I'm going to be posting content every week, people are looking up to it. People are looking forward to it if it's good content. Don't disappoint these ones. Make sure you're consistent in your social media outing. Understand your values, understand who you are, understand the things that you stand for, and remain firm with them, and determine what you're interested in and go for it. So why is personal branding and development important? Your brand differentiates you and helps you stand out from the crowd. Looking at the picture on the right side of the screen, we can see the lady. She's standing out. Every other person is looking at her, but she's confident in herself and she's not bothered by what is going on around her. Your personal brand gives you that confidence to stand out and remain where you are. You know what you have to offer, and you're not bothered by the things. You're not swayed by the negatives that come at you from different corners. When you are intentional about your personal brand, it attracts the right audience. Take note of that, the right audience and opportunities, and people know what they can expect from you. Okay, so my personal brand story. I started working with NNPC in 1992. That's about 31 years ago specifically. When I joined the company, I joined as, I gained admission. I wanted to study mass communication because I knew I wanted to go for. I was denied and I was given another course in the University of Lagos. I said, no, mass communication it is. I decided I was not going to take up the admission. and I went and got a vacation job. Within that period, I started working with NNPC, and while I was with them, of course, I started with my O levels. The next year, I was to go back to school. I had made an impact within that short period that my boss refused to let me go. He said, no, instead of you to go back to school, I'd rather you stay on and go part-time. And he not just said that, he facilitated my admission to start my part-time study. I finished my part-time program, did an OND, my HND, had my master's, and I've grown along the line. And today I have grown to the management cadre in my company, and by God's grace, I'm still growing. But within this period, I've worked in different places, and I noticed that, yes, I love human resources, and within human resources, I love career and performance management. Yes, the office can decide to post me anywhere. Because I have created a brand for myself in this area, when you're talking about career and performance management, especially where I work, by the time they call 1, 2, 3 names, they'll say, have you called Mrs. Ugoezi? Because I've learned to create a brand for myself. Whatsoever it is your hand finds to do, the Bible says, do it well. Anything you find yourself doing, wherever you are, as lawyers, you can decide, oh, I want to go into advocacy, I want to go into litigations, I want to go into oil and gas, I want to go into maritime law, whichever area. Yes, you can, uh, you know, put your attention on other areas, but specify and uh, uh, specialize in a particular area that will make you stand out, make yourself an authority in that area, brand yourself out, that whenever they are calling experts in that field, there is no way that they will fail to mention you as an expert. Your communication plan. How do you communicate your personal brand and value? One, your social media and your online presence. Your professional visibility helps to open opportunities for you to make active contributions to the field. How do I mean by this? When you're visible professionally, you're seen to do what you know how to do. Not just that you're seen. It's one thing to be seen to be doing something, and it's something to be seen to do what you know how to do and to do it well. And it is not you that would say, oh, Helen is good at this thing. It is others that see you that would say it. I remember there was a position that they were considering to place people on. And when they mentioned those that were to be considered for that position, 2, 3 people said, oh, have we considered this woman? Another person said, yes, she is. And before I knew everybody from what someone in that panel told me, everybody said, no, she's good. She's an expert in this area. Make yourself visible. Not just that, oh, I want to do showing eye service. The Bible says we should not work as men pleasers. When you walk as unto the Lord. Do your job in a way that will make people know that, yes, of a truth, this person knows what she's doing and she's doing it well. Of course, ones that will have a positive impact on others, that will make others' perception of you to increase, otherwise known as who knows what about you and how many people know it. That is your personal reputation or brand. Everybody around you should know something about you, especially those that you report to directly. And what they know, how does it influence or impact what they have to say about you? Another thing is your relationship currency. It matters a lot. Sometimes when things are being said that will influence your profession or your brand, you will not be there. But your relationship currency and your visibility to the people who matters also helps to elevating you. That is elevating your visibility as a professional, which doesn't happen overnight, but you have to work on this. Your online presence and profile. Like I said, I use the LinkedIn a lot. Your LinkedIn profile summary is your pitch to the world. It is a crucial aspect of your LinkedIn profile and can make or break your first impression. A well-written summary can help you stand out from the crowd and showcase your unique skills. experience, and personality. Of course, it is the window to your professional life and the first thing that prospective employers and clients will check out about you. Creating a LinkedIn profile has its own do's and don'ts. Of course, to create a LinkedIn profile, you have to keep it concise, short. At the top, make it something short, catchy. It says you make it like a mini skit, short enough to cover the relevant places, long enough to cover the relevant places, but short enough to keep people wanting to see more. Showcase your personality. It should showcase who you are, what you do, your skills, your accomplishments, your abilities. It should highlight your skills and experiences. And when you're creating a LinkedIn profile, please use keywords that when an employer or somebody who is looking for people in your career or field needs someone and they type in some keywords, let those keywords throw you up as part of the search that comes up. Maybe as a lawyer, you're into, like I say, maritime, oil and gas. If you put something about oil and gas law in your bio, the areas you're experienced in, let those things throw you up when there's a search. And then add a call to action. Involve people in your skill, in your profession. Call them, invite people to join with you to improve what you do and then improve the lives of people in your fellow profession. I like what Debbie is doing. She calls in young female lawyers. She's doing well. She could have decided, okay, let me sit back and enjoy my progress and my popularity. But no, she wants to make sure that not only is she making progress, but she also wants others to be improved too. So as you're getting, make sure you're ready to give. And then a few don'ts too when you're creating a LinkedIn profile. Don't use cliche. Oh, I'm a team player, I'm a this, I'm a that. Those ones, it's not for you to say, it is for people to observe this about you. Don't make your LinkedIn profile too lengthy. Like I said, make it short and catchy. Don't make it sound like a job description. I can do this, I can do that and all. And don't ignore keywords. I mentioned it earlier, use keywords that will throw you up. And of course, don't forget to proofread for typo errors. So many times you go to somebody's LinkedIn bio or their profile and you see typographical errors. Don't allow errors to mar your LinkedIn profile. In addition to making sure the content you share and create aligns with your personal brand mission, you want to create a consistent visual identity so people recognize you across different platforms. One, you create a professional headshot. Consider a color scheme. Don't just bring in any picture from when you were at a party and put it as your LinkedIn profile. Create a professional one. Consider a color scheme. Okay, this is what I want to do. Yes, I'm also guilty of this. I need to work on my LinkedIn profile. Maybe I'm getting too relaxed. Oh, I think I'm climbing the ladder in the profession, so I can relax. I need to. Yeah, update your online profiles continually. Some of us have not updated our profile since the last time we opened it, maybe as new intakes in our undergraduate years, and update your resume regularly. Even as a student, you can get certifications, you can get different stuff that will update your resume. So your personal mission, vision, and bio. What are personal mission, vision, and bio? These are short captions that capture your personal brand statements. A personal brand statement summarizes who you are, what you do, and why you do it. And this is what creates a personal brand for you. Personal brand statements are key to communicating your value and expertise to others, and they ensure your personal brand statement is honest and avoid hyperbole regarding your abilities. Don't exaggerate. Oh, I can do this, I can do that, or I am this, or you exaggerate your achievements. No, because at the end of the day, these are things that can be verified. Like one of our presidential candidates will always say, his regular cliche, Go and verify, go and verify. Let whatsoever you put on your social media profile be something that can be verified. And when it is verified, it should not be found to be false. Now, your resume. A resume is a formal summary of your qualifications, professional background, skills, and achievements. It is an important tool for your job search as it offers a page or two where you can display your relevant skills and qualities for a job. Resumes help employers make hiring decisions and help you get your first interview. That's why it matters how you structure your resume and what information you decide to include. Why will a resume be important? You create a resume, and it is quite important for you to have a very good resume because it will outline the relevant skills and experiences that you have, which employers or potential clients are looking out for. It displays the benefits you have to offer. What am I bringing to the table? If I join your team, if I join you as a partner, if I join you as an employer, what am I bringing to the table? Am I coming as a clean slate, or am I coming with some information or some skills that will also help promote the work that I'm going to be doing for you? And it grabs attention of employers. Like I mentioned, they want to know what you're bringing to the table. Nobody wants to employ a liability these days. And also matches you to the position. If what they are looking for matches what you have on your resume, of course, it will automatically lead you to be invited for an interview. Personal grooming. Personal hygiene. Of course, for personal grooming and hygiene, it's very important when you're creating your brand to ensure that what you have on your profile matches the personality that you project. I have this wonderful CV, resume. I have a beautiful profile, but by the time I apply and I am told to appear in person, I'm showing myself up looking tardy and unkempt. No, it doesn't match. The two of them don't go. Personal hygiene is the most important aspect of grooming. Let us learn to keep our hygiene. It's very important. For us ladies, the basic things we need to do, the hair, the nails, everything about us, your dressing. You don't appear in an office with unironed or unkempt clothes. Maintain healthy teeth, fresh breath. Visit your dentist regularly. Get your teeth brushed twice daily and all. Make sure your skin is clear and healthy. Take good care of yourself. Take good care of yourself. The way you are seen and dressed is the way you will be addressed. Ensure that your hair is clean and current with a flattering hairdo. Don't just come and say, after all, it's my abilities that I'm going to project, not my hair. No. Ensure your nails are clean, trimmed, and in good condition. Professionally, you don't want to appear with clothes that look like talons and you can't even hold on to a pen. And if you're wearing a fragrance, make sure it's subtle. Don't wear a fragrance that would get everybody around you irritated. And if you're wearing makeup, apply sparingly and properly. And don't wear smeared or caked makeup that will make you end up looking like a second-class version of yourself. Ensure your footwear is clean, polished, and in good condition. When you're seen, the first thing most people probably notice about you, apart from your hair, is your footwear. If you wear eyewear, ensure it is clean and in good condition, not that one side is broken or the other side is cracked. Clothing is clean and in good condition. Buttons are sewn on tightly, hems are in place. You don't want your fabrics spilling on one side or piling. Of course, we're also looking at professional affiliations. As practitioners, we focus on the micromanagement, attracting and retaining business, recognizing referral sources, negotiating agreements, and all. But what are we doing about our professional affiliations? Our businesses are not islands unto themselves and are affected by multi-layered external frameworks such as legal and regulatory, insurance industry and public relations, and interdependent workings with other professionals. So here are some benefits of joining a professional association. You take notice of industry changes. You know what is going on in the industry and you kept updated. You learn the latest in your field. You grow from networking opportunities. When we go for this professional meeting, you meet people in your fields, you meet people of like minds. I met my sister Deborah at a conference of the women in management and business. It was a beautiful way to network. I met quite a lot of people there. You grow your credibility also when you're in professional body. Your professional affiliations help to grow your credibility, secure internships and new roles from the networking, and then you give back to the industry, because from time to time you might be called upon to write papers, to deliver lectures, and that is your own way of giving back to your industry. You could decide to mentor younger professionals, and of course you meet like-minded people. You are in your professional affiliations, people that can help you grow and help you meet up with your professional aspirations. So we're going to look at some examples of personal brands. One, here is a woman who is into healthy eating, and her mission here is, she says, I'm knowledgeable and kind because my audience needs quick, budget-friendly solutions for healthy eating in order to empower people to make balanced choices for their health. You see, even though all she's doing is about food, but she's linking it to how it will help her audiences to empower people to make balanced choices. Because when you have a full stomach, you're not having a headache, you're thinking clearly, and so you can make healthier decisions. And her audience, working women on budget, she already has a target audience. And what do they need? They need quick, budget conscious solution for healthy eating. And this is her bio. Short, I share quick, budget-friendly recipes, meal prep tips, and health hacks for women on the go. My blog won an award from Best for You Organics in the Emerging Talent category, and my work has been featured on numerous food sites and in popular food magazines. I believe in the power of hard work and good cheese. That's the same point. Of course, good food. And I live in Oklahoma with my husband and two hungry toddlers. You see how she's bringing her bio. She has brought in some fun into it, but something that is catchy, that would make people want to read more. And so we look at another example of that. This is the fitness guru, enthusiastic and knowledgeable because my audience needs accurate, compassionate, doable, and fun fitness advice to help each one be their best. You are bringing something that will be catchy, that would attract people to what you do, to who you are, and what you have to offer. And of course, this other person, her mission is she's an experienced and adaptable. She's experienced and adaptable because small businesses need actionable, cost-effective ideas for implementing meaningful sustainability practices. She helps small businesses to find easy to implement cost-effective ideas for making meaningful. Now, tell me, if I'm trying to grow a small business and I see somebody like this, I want to follow her. I want to see what she has to offer me. I want to see what I can gain from her. So every one of us has something to offer the world. It's now how we decide to package ourselves. Of course, in Nigeria, we say it's called packaging. How you package yourself, either physically, mentally, in case anytime you have the opportunity. Of course, we all know about the 3 minute elevator speech. Anytime you have the opportunity, take good advantage of this opportunity, sell yourself, very important. And what we're doing about personal branding and developing ourselves is all about selling ourselves to the right audience, to the right clients, to the right employers. So my sisters, the world needs that special gift that only you have. Go out and give it. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Ma.
Oh, that was great, ma'am. Thank you so much. I think we can just move to the questions, Grace, right?
Yes, ma'am, but there's no questions, ma'am.
Okay, is it Zeno that was speaking? I think we can move to the questions, right?
Okay, ma'am, but there's no questions in the Q&A, ma'am.
Okay, please, if you have questions, you can type them and send to the chat box, or you can raise your hands while we enable you to ask questions. Trust me, you sure know that this is something you cannot get from the classroom. So do not let this opportunity pass by. We have heard from a great expert herself. And so it will do you well if you have any bugging questions about personal branding, personal development. I mean, these are conversations we don't usually hold as legal practitioners. Like I told you from the onset of this edition, I did say that to thrive in this digital economy, there are things that you need to do. Of course, she has taken us through the world of creating visibility for yourself, leveraging the social media to create your branding and necessary steps you need to take. And so if you're opportunity to meet with this kind of amazing personality with this kind of vast wealth of knowledge, you should be able to, ask questions on how you can yourself well in the digital space, in the social media space, and how you can actually, build kind of brand that you need. Don't think until you come out, that's when you should work on it. No. That's the opportunity that you have at your own age in this digital economy. And then you have this form to help you bring out the best in you. Legal education alone will not make you thrive in this present time. So these are the combination of a thing that makes you the person that you should be. It's like making soup. If you have only the oil and the Maggi, you cannot come out with a good soup. We don't even know what kind of soup you want to make, whether it's a soup or a stew, whether it is afang, whether it's a dikaik, or whether it's a wedu. We do not know. So it is the completion of the ingredients that will determine the kind of soup that you want to make, right? So what you want to be, how you will thrive, will be dependent on the various ingredients that you combine. So you have your legal knowledge already. Don't forget, I told you that you need the business knowledge. Of course, this is a part of the knowledge that you need. You have this business knowledge and you have this legal knowledge and you have every knowledge that you think you need. If you don't develop yourself, or if you do not portray or put yourself out there in the right way that it should be, you might probably not found by the right set of employers, or by the right set of people you can collaborate with, or by the right set of communities that you should be relating with. So let's kindly raise our hands or send our questions to the Q&A section here. I think we have some here. Matt, would you prefer that Zeno or Grace reads it, or you're comfortable reading it yourself? Do you want us to take the questions?
Okay, she can read it out. I'll take them as they're coming.
Okay, ma.
Very well. All right, over to you.
The first question is, as a content curator, is it advisable to mix law and content curating?
Well, from what I don't know about the legal profession, you don't advertise law per se, as in loudly. So when you're creating content, I think Debbie will be in a better position to answer that question, but I don't believe you should mix your profession as a lawyer with content creating. You want to create content, is it in line with your profession or the general social media content creation? Because I need to also get that. But if it's in line with your profession, okay, what it is you can offer as a legal intern and all that stuff, or what your chambers can offer, yes, you can do that. But I do know that the law profession is not into so loud advertising of their profession. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. The next question is, the next question is, how well can I utilize my LinkedIn account in order for future employers to see me?
Yes, like I mentioned earlier, if you have a LinkedIn profile, it showcases what you have, who you are, what you do, and what you have to offer. And then it's quite important to keep updating your LinkedIn profile. Like I advise my children, they have um, certifications. My daughter, who is studying law, even though she's still in there, but she's had certifications already. She's into arbitration and all that stuff. By the time you're graduating, you have all these things and you showcase yourself on your profile. You don't need to look for these people, they'll look for you. So it's quite important to put out there what you have, what you are, and who you are and what you have to offer. All this attracts employers. And if you check, employers these days are going more and more to the social media to get employees or clients or partners. So why don't you take advantage of that if that's the way you want to go? Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. The next question is, please, can we get a sample of how to create a resume for one's LinkedIn profile?
Okay. To get is it a resume for your LinkedIn profile or your LinkedIn profile now? Because your resume is one thing, your LinkedIn profile is another. To create your resume, there are so many websites out there that help you create a perfect resume. Just go there, creating a perfect resume. Once you go to Google, you get all the things that you need to get for a lawyer for different professions, you can get there. But for your LinkedIn profile, like I mentioned, you put up briefly, concisely, what you need to put there. Make it short, like I said, but let it show who you are and what you have to offer. Let your skills be there in as briefly the words as possible, but use a few keywords to highlight what you are trying to put out there for potential employers or clients to see about you. Don't let your bio be too lengthy. Make it short. I can also discuss with Debbie if there are one or two of us that want to work on our CVs and resumes. Yes, I can make myself available to her. You can send it to her. I can go through, work on them and send them back to you to update your LinkedIn bio and profiles. That one I can do for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. The next question is, Ma, you said flattening hairdo. Can you explain and give examples of flattening hairdos, Ma?
I said
Also,
flattering.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Also, wouldn't flattering hairdo give a wrong image?
It depends. Flattering hairdo, it means something that makes you look good. It doesn't have to be something that will be loud. I wear Anita Baker. I've been wearing it since I was single. Although at this point I started wearing my hair long. But till date, anytime I wear my hair long or I wear a braid, someone somewhere will say, why did you do that? Your hair is nice. Go back to your hair. Wear something that looks good on you, that makes you look good and you feel good about yourself. Not just for your hair, but even for your dressing. Look smart. Let people see you. When you are well dressed, when you're smartly dressed and people see you, they take note of you. And when they take note of you, make sure that what comes out of your mouth, which is the next point of yourself, will further sell you. Not that, okay, I sell myself from my looks, but when I speak, I don't have content. Let everything match. Let your hair do, your dressing complement what you have to say or what you put up on your bio. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. The question is, please, how can you overcome personal doubts in terms of your career, especially when many of your peers appear to be more experienced and knowledgeable?
Yes, thank you for that question. My last slide says you have something. Let me take us back there. The world needs that special gift that only you have. Everybody is created unique. You have that special thing that no matter how much you see people around you, you think they are doing good, but there's something about you that is different, that will sell you out. It's just for you to know what you have in you, that latent gift that is in you. Don't ever let what other people are doing, saying, or getting discourage you. I've been in a scenario where I wanted something and everybody around me seemed to be getting it and I wasn't getting it. And I felt I was better than them, but I didn't allow that to disturb me. Rather, what did I do? I went back and I continued improving myself. And when you improve yourself, you get better at what you do. That's the end of the whole thing. You don't need to say more. When you're good at what you do, your work speaks for you. It sells you. When you speak and you're an authority in what you are saying, you don't need to try to sell yourself. You don't need to look at what others are doing. Sometimes some of these people, there's this maxim that says empty vessels make the loudest noise. Some of these people are actually empty vessels. They're just trying to use eye service to project themselves. But when it comes to the integrity, when the rubber hits the road, you find out that they don't have much. So don't ever look at what others are doing or saying. Look at what you have, what you are, and what you have to share to the world, and work on that. Thank you.
Thank you, man. The next question is, how do I curate a specialized brand for myself when there are a good number of things I would like to do?
Yes, you want to create a specialized brand, but if I can, what I said earlier, don't ever be a jack of all trade and a master. And don't seek to be a small fish in a big pond. Be a big fish in a small pond. Let that area that you are expert in be what you hold on to. Yes, you can be in other areas. You can get yourself, acquainted with other places, but let there be a particular area that you are first in, that you're holding on to, that you're an expert in, that you've been branded as in. When they are looking for experts in that area, you are number one visible person that will come to mind to anyone in your field. Like in Nigeria now, when we're talking about some people, when we mention some things, some names come to mind. Let me take, for example, we're talking of, when we're talking of sprinters, who is the first name that comes to mind worldwide? We talk about, what's this guy's name? This Jamaican that's just retired. So can somebody help me with his name? The Jamaican sprinter, the fastest man. He's just retired.
Houston Bolt.
Usain Bolt. God bless you. Bolt comes to mind when you're talking about sprinters. When you're talking about orators, talking about compares in Nigeria, people that can speak well, public speaking, people like Eugenia Abu come to mind. She's good at what she does. Be good at what you do, and people will see you. Don't just hold on to everything, and then you're holding on to nothing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, man. The B part of the question says, can having a lot of interest make my personal brand messy?
You've answered the question. A lot of interest, like I mentioned earlier, you can have interest in other areas, but hold on to a particular one and brand yourself in that. Yes, I can say I'm a HR guru. I'm into career and performance. I'm into manpower and recruitment. I'm into staff welfare. I'm into this. But which area, if you ask me as an SME, subject matter expert, which area am I holding on to? I can't say I'm a jack of all trades and I'm a master of none. No. Even if I'm a jack of all trades, let me be a master of one and let me be known for that one. By the time I'm trying to put my hands in every pie, you find out that you will not be able to grasp everything, except for a few people that are gifted, geniuses, that you can be, everything in everything. Next question, please.
The next question is, does personal branding have to do with creativity?
Definitely, yes. You have to be creative to brand yourself. You have to be creative to catch a niche for yourself in your chosen field. You have to be to be creative to set yourself apart. Do something that somebody else has not done, or you do something that other people have done, but you do it in a different way. It takes creativity to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. The next question is, I did like to ask about LinkedIn optimization I just started being intentional about my LinkedIn account because of this internship. How do I go about having an actionable bio on LinkedIn?
Okay. If you look at the tips we had given on creating a bio on LinkedIn, I can send a document to Debbie that she will share to us. Highlight your positives and what you have to bring, but make it as short and interesting as possible. But like I said, we'll share something with Debbie that she will share to all of you on how to create LinkedIn profiles and bios. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. The next question is, please, ma, how do we discover ourselves, our weaknesses and strengths?
What gives you joy when you do it? That's the first thing you should ask yourself. What do you do, even if it's your job, that's it's not an effort for you to do? When you do it, you are finding joy carrying it out. I realized from when I was small that I loved organizing things. I love being involved in where things are happening. I love traveling. I love doing things that will make me be on my feet, up and about. And when I was going to choose a course to study, I decided I was going to study mass comm, even though I eventually didn't end up studying mass communications. But the job I do takes me around. I do all those things. I involve in a lot of things, and I love my job. So you look at your areas of strength. What are those things that you love doing? What are those things that when you do them, you never get tired? You don't need much effort to delve into them. It's just like when I say, which one is your favorite food? You think of the food that you eat and you enjoy it and you never can have enough of it. It's the same way as in your areas of strength or your areas that you want to spotlight yourself on. You look at these areas that you think you do better than every other person around you. Or if you're allowed to concentrate on it, you could do far, far better, exceeding it beyond what you're doing now. You know yourself, look inwards and check all those areas and pick the one that you think or you know you enjoy doing better. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. The next question is, how do I overcome this inferiority complex among my friends? Every one of them are privileged to work in great place, and I feel odd among them. Do I avoid them and stop being friends with them?
No, don't. The first thing you don't do to yourself is to look down on yourself. Because my friends are this, because my friends have this. Yes, we all have moments when we go through our low times. We all have moments when we wish we were in better placements than we are right now, that we can do better than we're doing, that we're like our friends that are having first class results and we're still struggling with our second class lower, or just teetering between second class lower and third class, that we can have that beautiful job that pays us and gives us paid holidays, that we can have all those. Yes, we all desire it. But then never, ever, ever look down on yourself. I don't know if you're a Christian, but I'll still refer to the Bible. If you can read Psalm 73, if you're a Christian, go and read it about the man who was envying the wicked and everything, how they were doing good and all, until the Lord took him into his sanctuary and he saw their end. It is not everything that shimmers out there that is as good as you think it is. The rich, they say, also cry. Even these people that you think are doing well, they have their own low moments. So you do not inherit another person's headache. No, rather look inward to yourself. Nobody can give you the joy and motivation and inspiration you need except yourself. Pull yourself up, encourage yourself, do the things that you know will make you better, a better me. Get yourself to that point where you can, make yourself the better version of yourself that even you will be proud of. And please, if you do need to talk to people, talk to those that will encourage you. If you're around those that don't encourage you, then it's time you need new friends. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. The next question is, as a student, how do I make my LinkedIn profile look entertaining or attractive?
You're not looking for an entertaining profile, you're looking for a catchy profile. And the catchy profile is one that you have all your skills and expertise laid out. And they are not just bogus skills and expertise, no hyperboles. Put in the things that you know you have the abilities. And as I mentioned, professional affiliations matter a lot. Certifications are good. Get all this. These are the things that will stand you out. And then make yourself visible by, if you decide to choose, maybe every week I post something on my LinkedIn profile. I decide, okay, I want to be writing this. Every week I post something, or if it's a monthly thing, be consistent at it. That's enough. I can bet you will get people coming to your profile. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. How do I write a captivating resume when I don't have experience?
Yeah, you can start from now. I keep saying it and I'll keep saying it. Don't wait till you get your first job. Keep yourself grounded. Get certifications, professional bodies and all. Write and write. Publications. All these things will make your resume captivating. And if you don't even have a job, go for volunteer jobs. You can add those to your CVs. Your NYSC, you can add it to your CV. And if you're just starting out, even as a student, you can do volunteer jobs during your halls. Sometimes we might have holidays of up to 2-3 months. What do you do with that time? Do you spend it resting at home, putting your feet up and, oh, this is my holiday time? Or do you go into the industry and see what you can make of yourself and what you can gain for yourself? These are the little things that you can add to your CV by the time you're graduating and you want to create a resume for yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. The next question is, ma, please, ma, I did like to know how a graduate can go about creation of a LinkedIn bio with regards to a specialized field.
We're still on this bio thing. Please, if we have answered the question, can we just skip it? Because we've answered this question on bio several times, but let me still say it. To create your bio in your specialized area, look for the skills that are required for those specialized area that you're looking at, or the industry skills that are required. Look for the specialties, the area of specialties, and then the professional affiliations that you need for that field that you're looking at. Look for certifications that will further enhance you, and look for the things that will make you more visible and will make your bio more attractive. um, Things that when there's a search engine that is put up, sometimes you see you get 56 searches in the week. I see that on my LinkedIn profile. Oh, your profile is looking attractive. You have so number of searches this week. Because when you put specific things on your bio and people search, you come up, they take a look at you. And it is from there that prospective clients and employers will search you out and pick you up. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. The next question is, when one is confused or has series of brands or specialization that one is interested in and it's difficult to just pick one for the formation of branding, please, what do such a person do? I do not understand very well the explanation of relationship currency.
Okay, let me take the relationship currency first. Everyone has a relationship, whether in your place of work, your family, in your business life. And when you have a good relationship with your boss, and your boss's boss, and your boss's boss's boss, and your subordinates, and your teammates, you are not there when some things are being said about you. I have been in a room with some of my bosses, and someone made a statement about a colleague that was not very flattering, and I knew was a very wrong misconception. It was a misconception about the lady. And I said it immediately. I'm sorry, sir, but I beg to differ. This lady is not as you think. She's this, she's this, she's that. And I said, no, I know better. I've had the opportunity of working with her and I know this is it. I said, no, sir. Right then, I was leveraging on the relationship currency I had with the lady. I have a relationship with her, and I'm using that currency with the relationship I have with my boss. So I'm using that, I'm coming now to use that relationship currency to my boss to improve what I know about the lady in his perception. So it's not a physical currency per se, but it's what you can use to get something. That's why it's called a currency, something you can use in exchange for something better or something that you need. I have used that relationship I had to improve on his perception of a colleague that I know there was a wrong or misconception concerning her. And so in the same way, so many places where decisions are taken about you, about your career, you might not be there. But it is the relationship that you have with people that may be there that will be used to improve your perception in the eyes of those people there, and might even be used to help you climb to the next ladder. And the other question, can you help me with the first question, please, again? I think I missed
Okay,
that.
let me look for the question. Okay, the first question is, when one is confused or have series of
Okay,
brands or
yeah, I get it. Thank you. You have series of brands, but even then, even though I like 1, 2, 3, 4, amongst those four, I would have one that I'm much more favorably disposed towards, or I think I'm better at. Always put your best foot forward, especially when it comes to your career or you're trying to create a brand for yourself. Always put your best foot forward. Don't say, oh, because I think this is what is selling now, and so I want to go into that, but I'm not as good at it. When you have what the world needs, even if it is not what is selling, but you are good at that, push it forward, it will sell. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is, for a person who has more than one area of strength, how would you be able to build a brand around it?
You have more than one area of strength. Do you want to build a brand around all the areas of strength, or one and then build sub brands around the other one? That would be your best option. Except maybe you're working as a team and it's a company, a law firm, and then everybody in the team, one person is strong in this area, one person is strong in this area, and then as a law firm, you now say, okay, you are all, your strength is in all these areas. But then we know that within the partners, one person will be specialized in one area and the other in the other area. But if we're looking at an individual, yes, you might have your strength in other areas, but there will be one that you're still better at, and then also have other sub brands in other areas. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is, as law undergraduates, some of us have been told that in order to thrive in the legal industry, that we should be acquainted with everything that is in it, like we should be good in litigation, advocacy, maritime, ADR, and all of them, at least as an upcoming lawyer. What do you suggest we do? Should we just focus on any chosen niche or do everything as startups?
Yeah, thank you. Like a HR practitioner, I mentioned all the areas of HR. We all have to know it. I can be moved at any time from where I am, and I should be able to hit the ground running, whichever arm of HR I find myself in. But then I should be an SME in what I'm found to be doing at any point in time. Yes, you can know your advocacy, you can know your ADR, you can know your maritime law, you can know your oil and gas law, you can know every other thing, litigations and all that. But then, whatsoever it is you find doing at any point in time, make yourself a subject matter expert in it. Tomorrow you can be moved to another area, make yourself a subject matter expert in that area. But wherever you find yourself, whatsoever your hand finds to do it well. Thank you.
Thank you, man. The next question is, what do you do to grow motivation? Looking at the profiles of most law students makes me feel discouraged sometimes.
How? But like I told you, be the authentic you. Don't look at others. You're looking at the profiles. Maybe they have their profiles not scratched properly. Don't ever get discouraged by what you see in others. Rather, look inwards to yourself and make the best version of yourself that is possible, that the world needs. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. The next question is, what is an SME, ma?
An SME is a subject matter expert. Someone that whatsoever it is that you are doing at that particular time, whether you're sleeping or you are doing anything, once you're called upon, you can talk about it without rehearsing it or without a written speech. If I'm called today to come and talk about any topic in HR, without needing to rehearse or prepare, I'll stand up and talk about it. Because I've tried to make myself an SME in every area of HR that I have worked in. Make yourself a subject matter expert in anything you do. And at the end of the day, you'll be a jack of all trades and master of all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. I found reading so hard, but good at the encouragement. I don't know what. Okay, I found reading so hard, but good at the encouragement. I don't know what and where I think I'm heading. Can you give me areas, please?
You find reading. She finds reading
So hard, but good at the encouragement.
Okay, you're good at encouragement, but you find reading hard. Now you know, at least you have one area where you think you're good. Now look at people that are into that aspect of law. Who are those that you think are good at that aspect of law that you think you're also interested and good at? Follow them, let them mentor you, study up in that area. But then, as a lawyer, you need to read. I'm sorry. As a lawyer, like I mentioned, my husband is a lawyer. At a point, he turned our bedroom into a library. And I had to protest before he now had to create his own study. Whatsoever it is you're doing, endeavor to read. A reading mind is a ready mind. When we read, we improve ourselves. Then when you read, you find out that even those areas that you think you're not so good at, you start improving in those areas. So we should not look down on any area or we think it's too difficult. Delve into it. No matter how, even if you're starting with a page, read, but do encourage yourself by reading. But that area that you think you're good at, please, my sister, hold on to it. Look for mentors in that area and improve yourself further. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. The next question is LinkedIn mainly for professionals or you can build on anything you are good at? How can I build a
Hello.
Okay, let me read. The question is LinkedIn majorly for professionals or you can build on anything you are good at? How can I build a very good brand as an undergraduate?
Yeah, you can build on anything you're good at, even if you have not graduated as a lawyer. LinkedIn and the profiles you're creating is about selling yourself. And we're talking of not just professionals as lawyers and all now, but there are other people. We have people who are into decorations. We have people who are into other businesses that sell themselves on LinkedIn and they get businesses from there. You can have other areas that you are good at. You can be a lawyer, and at the same, I was reading about someone yesterday. She's a lawyer as well as a saxophonist, and she has her profile there. Somebody could just call her up as a saxophonist. She has it in her profile. Another one is a lawyer, and she bakes. So you can put up other things that you have on your profile. But if you want to separate your legal professional profile from your other profile, you can do that so that it's not confusing to potential employers or clients. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma. The next question is, can I combine law and other stuff in my bio? Let's say law and fashion designer or law and a word artist.
I just answered that question. To make it more professional, don't combine.
Okay, thank you, ma. As a legal practitioner, can one have a side business that is not related to law? And if yes, what sort of business can one do?
Depends on you. I just mentioned those that are bakers, the saxophonist. We know Davida, the shirt maker. She's a lawyer. We know Downtown Salon. I think one of them is a lawyer. They're a couple. Many of them that are into the law profession. My husband is a lawyer and is also a pastor. So yes, you can combine your law profession with other legal professions. I might add that. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. The next question is, can you mention some key certifications that one can take while schooling? I mean the courses and the site.
For key certifications for the legal profession, I might not be able to mention many. I know about the ADR, Alternative Dispute Resolution. We have ICMC. We have a NICAP. Incidentally, I'm also a member of the Nigerian Institute of a Chartered Institute of Arbitrators. I'm a chartered arbitrator alongside being a HR practitioner. So you can have other, and I'm also a professional lecturer. I deliver lectures. I delve into different areas, but I'm not going to go into full-scale profit businesses. Just a few things I do on the side because I'm still a civil servant, a public servant, and I'm not expected to go into other businesses. So whatsoever you're doing should be something legal, but yet can delve into other areas. And then for certifications, I've mentioned ICMC, I've mentioned the ADRs, and then we're also looking at the energy and negotiators, lawyer, something like that. I've heard of something like that. There are many of them. And I'm sure that if you ask around from colleagues, from senior colleagues in the profession, they'll be able to tell you. Or if you Google them, professional bodies and certifications for young lawyers, you get so many. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. The next question is, any tips on how to network for people with social anxiety?
Social anxiety is something you have to deal with yourself, because you have to first have confidence in who you are and what you stand for. Everybody had that. I had my own moments of insecurity. I'm not sure of this. I'm not sure of what I'm doing. I'm not sure of what's going on around me. Yes, I have that anxiety. Can I do this? Can I pull this off? But be sure of who you are. Have that experience and improve yourself and be sure of what you do. Then I don't think, but even though with all these things, some people still have anxiety bouts, talk to people who can help. Talk to professionals. Talk to people who can counsel you. And the area of anxiety, I'm sure you can overcome them. If you do need help, you can also reach out. Tell Debbie and we can get together. Thank you.
Grace, are you there?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Okay. The next question is, I'm someone that can really do a couple of things. So sometimes I get really confused on how I can balance them as regards to branding.
When you say a couple of things, how do you mean? Is it professionally? Is it in line with vocations or what? If it is professionally, you can do a lot of things, but then you can then balance them up. Which area are you seeking to specialize in? Because I have mentioned this before, even though you're a jack of all trades, but you must be a master of one. Balance it up by knowing one area that you can be good at and you face that area, even though you want to do other things, but please, in every area, especially whatsoever it is that you find yourself doing at any particular, to be the best version of yourself for that particular need. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. The next question is, how do I manage my time and still stand out?
Managing your time. There's so many things that's juggle for our time and attention. As a woman, if you're married, you have your home, you have your children, you have your career, you have other things you have on the side, socials and all. But then time management is very important. I'm talking about time management. You can use the time quadrants that shows the things that are urgent, the things that are not urgent, the things that are important, and things that are not important, and use that one to look at how you are going to prioritize your activities. But it's very important to learn how to prioritize your activities and do the important things for us. Some things are actually important, but they are not urgent. And some things are urgent, they're not important. Know how to classify all these things and prioritize them, and you're good to go. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Must I venture into a business as an undergraduate? I see it as a distraction in my academics.
No, you mustn't if you don't have to. Some people are just business-minded. Right from when they were small, they go into different businesses. But if you're not business-minded, like me, I'm not into commerce. There was a time I tried venturing into buying and selling, and I ended up paying off the money for most of the things I was selling because I don't know how to go after my debtors. So if you're not into that, don't do it. If you think it to be a distraction to you, then don't do it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. The next question is, how do I overcome my fear of actualizing what I feel I should do?
The fear of actualizing what you think you should do. If you know it is what you should do, then do it. The fear would come maybe when you're looking at it in terms of, can I do it as well as it should be done? Do I have the ability? Do I have the time? Or is there somebody that is doing it better than I am? Can I pull this off? But if no matter how bad you think you're doing it, everybody started small. Rome was not built in a day. If I start doing something and I think it's not good enough, it just shows me that there's a better way and I try a better way. The man that invented the electric bulb had 999 attempts, and he didn't see them as 999 failures, but he saw them as 999 ways of not doing it until he got it right. So whatsoever it is, let the fear push you into trying more until you get the better version of you. Thank you.
Okay. Ma, the next question is, you talked about certifications. Please elaborate on it.
I think I've answered that question about looking for, because most times when you're a professional, apart from professional affiliations, you have certifications. Maybe you have things that will improve you, get you up to date of what is going on in the industry. And these are the trainings that when you get certificates for them, it is showing that you are an expert, a subject matter expert in that area. And so it will help you become a better person in that field. Like I mentioned, the one on ADR, the one on oil and gas law, and all that stuff. We have so many of them. Google them. Next, please.
Okay. What should I do when it seems like the world is evolving beyond what I'm good at? For instance, I love advocacy and litigation. It seems that the world is moving towards corporate and tech law. It's a struggle between passion and viable profession. Please, I need your advice, ma.
My sister, nobody should sit on their brains. You got to where you are because you're very intelligent. And if the world is evolving, you evolve with the world. These days, medicine has gone to remote medicine that you travel abroad to get treated. People can go on Google doctor, and you get what you want. A lot of things are changing. AI is the end thing, and 5G is in Nigeria. If we don't evolve with the times, we'll be left behind. Nobody wants to. So my advice is get up, whatsoever it is you're doing, see how you can bring in AI into it. There are many apps that you can leverage on. We have ChatGPT, very good. And a lot of them, even Google AI, a lot of them make use of these ones. It will help you be a better version of what you're doing now. That even that thing that you have a passion for, you can find that there are even better ways or current evolving ways of doing those things. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, ma. As a law undergraduate, is it a must to like litigation?
It depends on you, but if you need it to pass your exams, you have to like it. In fact, you have to love it, because anything less than an A, you're changing yourself. But even if you can make an A, but you have to love it enough not to have a carryover in it. Then if it is in practicing, you don't have to go into litigation. It is the other areas that you have your passion in. Because if you do what you do not love, I personally don't like doing what I'm not very passionate about. Anything I lay my hands on, I have to be passionate about it. There was a time I was put in administration to work with contractors and all that. I don't like working with contractors. One of the worst set of people you can work with. And I went back to my boss and I said, I'm a HR person. Yes, I'm in services, but I don't see myself doing admin. It's not me. And I came back to my HR. Flow with your passion. You find that you do things better when you're working in an area of your passion. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. The next thing.
I lost you.
Hello, Grace, are you there?
Hello.
All right.
Good morning.
Hello, can anyone hear me? If you can hear me, kindly type 777.
I can hear you,
Can
ma'am.
you hear me, ma'am?
I can hear you.
I can hear you, ma'am.
Can anyone hear
Yeah,
me?
but I think we lost Grace.
Okay, Ma'am Helen. Okay, can we hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yes,
Oh,
I can hear
great.
you, ma'am.
Sorry, the internet interrupted the other device, so I had forgotten this was muted. All right, thank you. Grace, so have you taken all the questions? I guess that was the last question she took. Oh, she's been logged out. All right, I think we've taken all the questions. Zeno, do we have any other question in the Q&A? You can see the last one is, what advice do you have for someone that does not know? Okay, I think everything has been addressed. All right. Thank you very much, Ma. I do appreciate your time here today. Words cannot really express the gratitude that we have for you, for your sacrifice, and for this whole lessons that you have impacted on everyone present on this call today, the amazing ladies on the call today. I really want to appreciate you for the sacrifice despite your busy schedule. And I can assure you that we have learned so much. We have learned so much. And you have addressed a lot of bugging questions for these young ladies, which we are ever grateful. This platform is thriving because of people like you who have devoted their time to support a good cause like this that fosters the growth of women, that helps them to develop and then help them to connect the dots and get directed in life early enough, especially in the light of the digital economy. And we cannot, words can never really express how much gratitude we have for you, like I said. And like I told previous speakers, I said if we're to pay money for it, we won't be able to afford you. But this is you here today, dishing all these out for us free. Ladies, these are some of the things that you pay for, and you go for master classes and you don't even get as deep for someone pouring out of her heart, giving you the details. And don't forget, ladies, she even promised she would see, for those of you that were asking questions about the CV, how you can do your LinkedIn profile and something about your CV. She said you could send it. Of course, you can send it to me, and then I reach back to her, or you can connect with her. Of course, we bring them here not to hide them from you. So you can connect also and be able to get mentored, and you'll be able to get directions. You can ask questions, but that does not mean you will bug them, right? I mean, you will come with reasonable questions, and she has addressed a lot here. So if you're going to connect with her, please ask questions that will really, help you grow, and not just because you feel you know how you just, throw in questions that yourself answers to, right? Because she's really engaged, and I mean, she doesn't have that luxury of time to waste, right? So I want to really thank you, ma'am. We do appreciate you a lot, and I appreciate my very learned senior, who is your husband, and then my dear sister, your daughter that you said is in as a lawyer also. I thank God for the day that we met. And like you said, yes, we did meet in the conference of WIMP. And so you had already emphasized the importance of networking, of going for programs like that, getting affiliated with professional bodies. These are some of the good things that we get from it. And here, the impact is not just for me, but for all the amazing ladies that are here present on the call, over 100 present here, and we have more than that on the WhatsApp platform for the present cohorts who will also have access to this video. So imagine the number of people that you have impacted today, and for others that will have access to this recording. So we really want to appreciate you, and we ask that the Lord God Almighty will continue to keep his face, to shine his face upon you, and keep you safe and strong along with yours. And we ask that his wealth of knowledge in you will never run dry. And we do hope that in subsequent editions will be obliged your presence also, which we do appreciate in anticipation. And then very shortly before I now hand over and say the hand over to the moderator for today, one of the interns did ask a question yesterday, which I said I was going to attend to probably the day I would take my session, but I felt I could ask you now, since we're talking about things about LinkedIn. She said some years back she got banned from LinkedIn, and she tried verifying her certificate, her valid ID, and yet they still didn't allow her access. So I was going to tell her, okay, probably she should reach out to the help to the LinkedIn support center, but of course she's been banned, so she can't even gain access to that. So I do not know if you have a better idea on how she can go about it. I was thinking probably I should chat them up and then complain on her behalf, but I think that would be too much of a middle a middle interference or something. I don't know whether that will be allowed to make complaints on behalf of another person's account. So if you have a better idea for us, ma'am.
Well, I don't know what happened that led to her being banned.
Yeah.
But I not want to discuss, go into the details on this platform. If I can be linked with her, give her my number, let her call me and we'll discuss further.
Very well. All right. Thank you so much, ma. Like I said, thank you. Thank you. We really appreciate
I really appreciate. I thank God for
ladies,
this
please give her a virtual
privilege. When I see the young ladies, I have 6 of them, 6 girls, and it's always a pleasure for me to groom young ladies and for an opportunity to talk to them. I really thank God for you all, and I pray that even in your chosen professions, God will expand you and that He would grant open doors for you beyond your expectation. Whatsoever your hand finds to, like I said, do it well. And even in doing it well, He will open doors beyond your expectations. Thank you very much for having me. God bless you, Deborah, and bless the work you're doing. It is a ministry. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Amen. Thank you, ma. And I recall one interesting thing you said to encourage every one of us here. You did say anytime you wake up is your morning. So don't feel you have missed a lot. And so if you wake up by this time, this is your good morning. So what she's trying to say, essentially, we do understand. So if you wake up, don't be pressured by the activities of others. Just take it from where you are and at the point you are and trust in God. And for those of you, one of you that complained about fear, of course, if you are a Christian, you know the Lord has not given us the spirit of fear. So you should, it's not like those that you see carrying on great work. It's not like they never battled with any form of fear. But what do we call courage? Courage, I feel, is the presence of that fear, but you go ahead to execute that which you need to do anyway, right? So they are not doing it with the absence of any form of fear or with the absence of any form of second guessing at some point. Sometimes as humans, you tend to second guess yourself. And apart from that, you tend to want to get scared, but do not allow that fear to move further and take and dominate you. You should be able to, be able to declare the positive side of what you want. And if you are a Christian, you declare the word of God, how He has not given you the spirit of fear, and declare every other good Bible passages that will help you conquer that fear. And then you go ahead to carry out that work, and you will see that you will become exceptional and great, and others will even emulate, and you will be wondering if they knew the kind of fear I had before I was able to battle. And you will become a role model in the long run. So thank you so much, Ma. We really do appreciate you once again. All right, I'd say Zeno, Grace has gone up again. Zeno, okay, over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We are very grateful for the section. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Am I permitted to exit now and get back to work?
Very well, Ma. We have come.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your sessions. Oh,
ma'am, one thing, your LinkedIn, your social media handles, so they can connect with you. Ladies, please connect with her.
Okay.
Connect with her, and that's one of the reasons that they have come. When they give you these great lessons, you connect with them and be able to get directions in life. And I pray that this is the beginning of a wonderful relationship with you and a mother who is ready to help you grow. Thank you. So can we have that?
You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on Instagram. My Facebook is not very active. But at least I'm active on LinkedIn and Instagram, basically on LinkedIn. Helen Ogueze is the name. Just search me out there, you find me.
All right, very well. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you, Ma.
All right.
Thank you, bye, and enjoy your weekend. And please keep safe. Keep safe.
Very well.
For those of you in Lagos, pocket violence here and there, please keep safe.
Very well. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma.
All right, everyone. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye. We shall be having the presentations tomorrow. Zeno, you were saying something?
Yes, the evaluation form has been sent to people, so they are advised to fill it up because it's going to be part of the assessment.
Okay. So ladies, I guess you heard that the evaluation form has been sent. You're advised to fill before 12 a.m. And then remember that the group presentations will all be taken tomorrow. Thank you all. Till we meet tomorrow again, do enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your weekend. All right, in absentia, we say thank you to Grace, the moderator for today, and thank you, Zeno, the coordinator for the program, who also stood in for Grace. Thank you. Do have a blessed day. God bless you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much. God bless you too.
Amen. Amen.